When I was 8, my parents both sacrificed themselves to protect the Alpha and his son Rick. My mother lost her life and my father became paralyzed only because they were guardians. From that moment, I understood my fate as guardian. When Rick, their son, becomes Alpha, I must be ready to sacrifice everything for him too. Yet there's a catch. Rick doesn't even know who I am. As I walk through the school hall with my friend Jason, I spot Alpha Rick, surrounded by his usual entourage of girls. When our eyes meet, his icy blue gaze pierces through me. It sends my wolf, Artemis, into a frenzy. I quickly look away. Cara, have you noticed? Jason's voice pulls me back to reality. Alpha Rick's harem keeps growing as his 18th birthday gets closer. They all want to be his mate. He lowers his voice. Yeah, but there can only be one, I reply dismissively. I, however, refuse to be an admirer of Rick. A playboy is definitely not my type, especially since I'm destined to be his guardian someday. After a brief goodbye to Jason, I head to my locker to grab my books for homework. Jason will drive me home today. As I'm rearranging my things, a shadow falls over me. I look up to see Rick standing there, his blue eyes locking with mine. Great. What does my future Alpha want? Hi, how can I help you? I rein in my impatience, trying to sound polite. Hey there, beautiful. I don't think I've seen you around before. Seriously, this is his pickup line? Like we haven't been in the same school our entire lives. I know. It's hard to see past all your adoring fans. I'm a little annoyed by his flippant attitude, so I turn to face him and put on my best fake smile, ready to have some fun. You are an Alpha, right? I asked, giving him my most starstruck look. I am, sweetheart, but don't let my aura intimidate you. I hear it can be overwhelming. Oh, he really thinks highly of himself. Even Artemis snorts in my head. The joke's on him. Guardians are immune to the Alpha aura. My father says it's because Alphas used to care too much for their guardians, ordering them to stand down in fights. Over time, that command stopped working on us. I guess I won't ever have to worry about that with this Alpha. Not like he even knows who I am. Oh wow, I say, placing a hand on my heart as if to calm my racing pulse. It's really nice to meet you. Artemis chuckles in my mind. Laying it on a bit thick, aren't you? Maybe I am, but it grinds my gears that he doesn't even know who I am, especially after my family sacrificed so much for his. He puts his hand out to shake mine. I'm Rick, maybe you've heard of me? I give my best oh my god expression, making sure I look flustered. Oh wow, nice to meet you, I say, shaking his hand. What I don't expect is the jolt that courses through me, like an electric current. It raises the hair on my arms. It's unexpected but not unpleasant. Rick looks startled for a moment. Did he feel it too? Weird. He holds my hand and looks at me expectantly. It's customary where I'm from to introduce yourself after someone introduces themselves. His charming smile suggests he's used to leaving girls speechless. Maybe he is, surrounded by dimwits all day. But I'm not one of them. Luckily, Jason just show up on time. Hey see, I cut him off. Hey Jason, do you know Alpha Rick? Jason looks at me like I've lost my mind before turning to Rick. Of course, Alpha Rick is my future Alpha. He inclines his head to Rick in submission. Jason, Rick nods back before turning to me. So, sweetheart, what's your name and which pack are you from? He really doesn't recognize me? What makes you think I'm not from your pack? I raise an eyebrow, shifting from innocent to sarcastic. He looks at me with that typical condescending Alpha air, arching an eyebrow in return. Sweetheart, I know every member of my pack and I don't know you. I lean closer, placing my hand on his arm and rise on my tiptoes. He leans in cooperatively so that I can bring my mouth to his ear. Clearly you don't know every member. And my name isn't Sweetheart. I'm pretty sure I hear his quick intake of breath as I turn on